Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Richardson, Miss JJ Diamond, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me. I'm so disappointed with Charlotte this morning. The green zone. Y'all acting out. And I don't like it. Okay? It's very disrespectful for a student to be hitting on a bus driver. That I don't condone. You don't put your hands on no one. Okay? That bus driver had the right by law, even though they would have probably protested, to protect herself. So she could have turned around and whooped you. Okay? Because if it was me, I probably would have. That's why I go to the gym on a regular basis. I stay healthy. I work hard, for the kids. However, y'all know I am a child activist. Why did the child hit the bus driver? Well, I can't speak from the child's point of view, but I can speak from what I see. Now, I am a CDLB passenger endorsement carrier. I started out as a bus driver. Yeah. I was so good at my job that the news had to pull up on me and talk to me about me protecting my babies. Those are your babies. Okay? Now, of course, this was in Buffalo, New York, because that's where I got my CDL at, in Buffalo, New York. I worked at a company called We Care. We Care. As a bus driver, you're supposed to care. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I be seeing out there. Just like this morning. I seen a bus driver run the light. When the light is red and you're turning right, we know we could turn right on red, but you must stop first. Last year, I posted a video of a bus upside of a pole. Okay. I was on my way to work at Amazon. And that's where the bus was located, upside the pole. And it made me feel uneasy, very uneasy, to see a school bus, even though it didn't have children in it, because it was a little too early, a school bus upside of a pole. I say this, ladies, okay, and gents, because there is male bus drivers out there. I seen one this morning. If you are tired, okay, you should not be driving. That's number one. Okay, if you feel ill, you should not be driving. That's number two. Number three, if you're tired of driving, get another job. That's the way it works. Okay? You must go to bed on time every night, just like with me working at Amazon. Okay? If I don't go to bed at a certain time, I'm going to struggle. By me struggling means I won't meet my quota. Okay? Which is the numbers that I need to make to satisfy my placement of employment. Amazon is always hiring. We got a big sign outside the door. If y'all tired, come on. Okay? Amazon pays more anyway. So we're not the bottom of the barrel. Okay, totally. But, yeah. Then you get to work a full-time shift or just a weekend shift or whatever shift. Only thing they don't do is when they don't have work, they don't put you on unemployment. We're fighting for that right now. And I'm also fighting for him to get us school buses to pick us up from home when our cars are broke down. Or just pick us up, period. You want us in there, come and get us. Have a route. I told them we need beds too, because they be working us too bad, So we can lay down and not drive home tired and sleepy. But the truth of the matter is, getting back to the child that hit the bus driver was wrong. Okay? I don't condone that. Okay? I don't condone no child putting their hands on no adult. Okay? Not only not put their hands on an adult that's servicing them. Now, if you feel that that adult is not servicing you properly, the government has things put in place for you to report that adult, because not every adult does things the right way, okay, and follows the rules. And that's what we're going to talk about real quick. And I can't stay on here too long. I got to get my schooling done. I'm back in school, so I can't stay on here too long. But I say that to say, it couldn't have been me. That's all I could say. If one of these people or children pull my wig, my 360 off, we're going to have a problem. So before we get to that, issues of y'all pulling off people's wigs and hitting them, there's a way to report them. Okay? And that is called Department of Transportation. That's why they were put in place. Every school bus has a number. And so does every bus driver. When you call up the Department of Transportation and you let them know, my bus driver been running lights, doing this, they're going to ask you what area. They're going to see the route, okay, that this person is driving. They might contact the company. If they don't contact the company, they may put a private investigator out there. They love these type of jobs. It gives them something to do because they have that power, okay? So you're just letting them work for their monies. Take a little bit of the edge off the truckers, because it's easier to catch the truckers because the truckers is always on the highway. But they can't catch the bus drivers because they don't know which bus driver is acting irate until we tell them. So you get the bus number and the stop that you're being picked up. They will send a private investigator out there to watch this bus driver on a daily basis. Okay? And when they catch them, they're going to get a fine. A big one. They won't be able to buy no hair. They won't be able to get their nails done. None of that. So you see the control you can have because a person thinks that they can do what they want to do with your life. You don't have to hit them with your fists. You can hit them harder by stripping them of their funding and maybe even their license, depending on how severe of safety issues they have not followed. So that's how we deal with this kids. You don't got to be beating them up and pulling off their wigs, because you're going to find the right one, and the right one is going to hit you back. Okay? So, with that being said, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. And I have to teach my kids the right way. It's easy. You Google Department of Transportation. Oh, this is North Carolina. Nobody ever picks up the phone. Well, I will say this. If you can't get through to the Department of Transportation, you can call Ms. J.J. Diamond, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me, Private Friend Incorporated. Okay? You call me up. My number is online. Okay? There's no reason for you not to be able to find me. And I picks up my phone, especially if it's a 704-980. If you cannot get the Department of Transportation to answer the phone, okay, you call me up or text me. Hey, Miss Jackie. That's what the kids call me. Hey, Miss Jackie, my bus driver's been driving crazy. And we asked her to stop. But see, that's the other thing. We have the freedom of speech here in America. Okay? If your bus driver just ran a light or turned on a red without stopping or ran past a stop sign, bring it to their attention. Okay? In other words, you're warning them. Okay? Say, hey, you just ran a stop sign. What's she going to tell you? Shut up? Mind your business? She has your life in her hands. Okay? So let her know that you're paying attention. This is my life, lady, that you're playing with. At any given moment, it could be a crazy that the police is chasing and you don't hear the sirens because it just started. Somebody running a light, but because you didn't stop and do what was taught, stop at the light. You stop at the train track, though. You respect the train. But you don't respect all these crazies that North Carolina has running around here because they ain't got no place to put them. And at any given moment, it can be a chase. It could be anything. It could be a woman having a baby. And a man is trying to fly past to try to get to the hospital. And you're not stopping at the red light. It's the law. So if you warn them and let them know, hey, you know you just ran the light. Or hey, you know you didn't stop at the stop sign. And they don't apologize or ignore you like you don't exist and they got your life in their hands, come see me. Call me up because we will report them to the DOT immediately. You don't have to put your hands on them. You pray, ask God to cover you in the blood of Jesus to get you home. And you tell your mom, listen here, I want to report the bus driver. And if your parents don't support you on that because it's your life, then you come see me. Because I'm a child activist. I took on that job and I have no other choice but to make you happy. Okay? If what you're asking me to do is sufficient enough. Okay? I'm not going to just do anything for you kids. Okay? So, that's how we're going to do it. We don't want nobody getting hurt. We only hurt people that try to hurt us. That's why I carry a Glock. Okay? However, you can't be getting in trouble if you want to get older and be able to carry a Glock. Now, that child's going to go down to juvenile. Okay? And they're going to have to talk about his anger, or her anger, whoever it was. Now that's going to be on the record. This child got anger issues. You'll never be able to carry a Glock. Because you have mental issues. They feel like for you to hit an adult that's driving you around, you have mental issues. Don't be the problem. Be the solution. Okay? And that's where y'all getting it twisted. Now, I know you probably said in your head, I don't know what the bus driver did. Let her do it again, and I'm going to bust her right upside her head. I get it. Because I be feeling like that too sometimes. That's why I don't like people driving me. I had to take Ubers 3 times, and I was so mad that I had to take them because I had to be in the care of other people that just don't care or may not care. However, God blessed me and gave me good drivers, but you don't always get that. So I get it. I understand. But the child had no right to put their hands on that person. If they're driving irate, driving crazy, let's take their license away. That's the way it works. It's time for you to go work somewhere else. Take some time out. Let me tell you something. I've been driving for over 19 years. Not only with school bus, I drove trash truck, and I drove for Frito-Lay. Okay? And when people say, oh, why don't you get a driving job? Or you have a CDL. Why don't... I'm tired. Do you know how hard it is to get up and focus on the road on a daily basis? It makes your mind tired. Okay? Get to the point where you don't want to think anymore. So I get it, ladies and gents, the drivers. And jobs are scarce. So it's hard to get jobs. And y'all taking whatever y'all can get at this point. But remember, you still got, if you want a driving job, you still got EMT, the trash company. There's a lot of jobs out here that you could drive. You wouldn't do that stuff in the city bus, on a city bus, so don't do it on a school bus just because they're children. And that's just the bottom line. I heard the story on Power 98 this morning, so I felt the need. This is my city. I have to speak on it because I work in the communities every day of my life. I don't show y'all everything I do online, and I don't speak about everything I do online. But when it comes to putting your hands on someone else, I have to speak about that because I don't condone that. I don't condone fighting. I don't condone violence. But I will protect myself. And I do say it's okay to protect yourself because there are people out here that will try to hurt you. And when they try to hurt you, you need to be able to protect yourself. And that's just the bottom line. People are crazy today. People want to rob you. People just want to run up on you and hit you. People just want to do all kind of craziness. So I get it. But I don't condone it. The violence. I don't condone that. And I'm not going to. Now, I know y'all know that 50, he's into the fighting thing. He don't care about people fighting and all. That's not me. Not in my city. What 50 do, 50 do. Now, if y'all want 50, y'all have a toe-up city, okay? You'll always hear the police. Everybody's messed up. If that's what y'all want, I'll give it to them. And I'll move on. I'll go back to where I'm nice and calm and loving. Back to Maryland. But we're not going to condone the fighting. There's ways to make things happen without the fighting. Now, what y'all want? Y'all let me know. Because I can pack up and leave and get a city to 50. But I'm not going to condone that. We're going to do things the right way. You ask the driver to please follow the rules of driving. And if they don't, you report them. That's the way it works. Your life, you have the right because your life is in their hands. It ain't like you snitching because it's your life. See, when you snitching is when you telling somebody else's business. See, you mind your business. That's why I'm loved by many. I mind my business. But if I'm involved or you involving me, then we got another thing coming. Don't involve me. Because if something go wrong, I'm telling it and I don't care. But if it's not involving you, you mind your business. And that's one of the other problems I noticed with Charlotte. People don't know how to mind their business. Just mind your business. Stay in your lane. Mind your business. What goes on outside around you, that's none of your business. Stay out of it. Because you don't know where people come from. You don't know why they're doing whatever they're doing. If no one is physically being hurt, mind your business. They're a human being, and they know how to get help, or they can ask you. They can tell you. If they really want help, they're going to come and say, I'm going through X, Y, and Z. Do you know how I can get help for this? So that's how my kids over here, that's how we do it. We ask each other advice. So y'all know that saying, I'm asking for a friend. It could be possible. Because if one of my kids over here or one of my friends come to me and say they need some information that I can't give them, I'm going to go out and seek that information. And I might say, I'm asking for a friend, and it might really be for a friend. Do not put your hands on people. It's a no-no. In Maryland, you put your hands on people, you're going to jail. They don't care if you're a juvenile. You're going to jail. 6 feet out of a person's space. The moment you step in their space in Maryland, it becomes a crime. You have to be agreeable for them to be in your space. I never forget, I was at the giant supermarket. Shout out to Giant. I love you guys. I miss y'all. I was at the Giant and I was going to get a few things. They know me well. One, because I used to work for Fritos. I used to be all through the stores. And then I worked for Sara Lee Breads. So I was running around at all the stores as well. And so the stores knew me. Plus, I used to shop. I have kids. I have to feed them. Well, this one man, white man, I had on, put on that damn Pink by Nicki Minaj. And it was kind of, it smelled really good. But this man kept getting in my space because he wanted to smell me. So I walked off the line and I said, this man keep getting in my space. I told him. So what they did was they took my stuff and rung me up at another register. Okay? And he had me, at that time I was having anxiety attacks really bad. And He just wanted to be on my ass. And I was like, get up, man, please. I kept moving and he was right there. He had followed me all through the store. So I told the people. Because I didn't know if he was going to follow me outside the store, what he was going to do. I didn't know what he was going to do. So I told the people. You know, and they was like, come over here, Jackie. We'll bring you out over here. And let him leave first. I said, okay. And my daughter was with me. You know, she was little. Egypt was little then, you know. But my life was at stake. I love Nicki Minaj. I love her perfume. But I never bought it again. Because I didn't know it was going to do that to the men. I don't want them all up on me. Not like that. But I had to tell somebody in order for me to get help. Because my life was at stake. You have the right to protect your life. Whether it be with a weapon or whether it be with you telling someone else that can strip someone else of their certifications or whatever because your life is involved. They've given us that right in America. Let me tell y'all, I'll never forget this. I was in Queens, right? And after I tell you this story, I'm going to let y'all go because I got other things to do. I was in Queens at the shelter. I lost my house in Maryland. And I was staying in hotels. It was very expensive, so I needed to get my money up. And I said, okay, let me go to the shelter. And then that way, I can get my monies up and then move wherever I'm going to move. Long story short, I met this crazy guy at the shelter, and he was acting a fool. And the truth of the matter was, I told him I didn't want to deal with him. Okay? And he didn't like that answer. Okay? So he decided to start a bunch of mess and told the police that I was going to stab him. I didn't even have a knife to stab him with. In New York State, if a person makes an allegation of such, they will arrest you. Now, the cops never found a knife because there was no knife to find. But I had to go through the process. And you see how bad New York State is. They don't even give a damn. Somebody made an allegation, we taking you down. Now, I was in this van. Okay? And mind you. That's why I said, if you're from New York City, you've been arrested at least once. Okay? That's just the way it works in New York City. Now, I'm shackled, okay, with my hands behind my back. No, in front of me, I'm sorry. In this white van. And I'm shackled to the floor. And it's raining cats and dogs. And they said, okay, well, we have to take you down to court. And took us from the precinct to the courthouse. Well, this officer that was driving us, and we're shackled, I mind you, for something I didn't even do. Okay? I ain't even do it. But I could have lost my life that night because of that police officer and his unsafety driving. He was doing 80 on a highway in inclement weather. Well, I cursed his ass out. I sure did. I give police respect based on the respect they show themselves. You have to lead by example. So if you're not leading by example, I'm going to treat you just like you're a civilian. So I cursed his ass out, and I'm going to just give it to y'all straight. And if he hear this podcast, he'll remember me. I let him have. I said, listen here. You got me shackled to the floor. Okay? It's raining cats and dogs and you're driving 80 with not only me, but other people's lives. If you don't care about your life, that's not our problem. You're here to do a job for the police department, and that's get us down to the courthouse. But I didn't say kill me, and they didn't say kill me on the way there. Get it together. So, of course, he had to talk mess because he's an officer of the law, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do the proper way. That's when I knew it was time for me to leave New York. That's why New York will never, ever get me back as a resident. Because they can't even teach their police officers to do things the right way. And I thank y'all for letting this stuff happen because y'all make me remember. Because, of course, I'm getting older and I be forgetting. If you're not a professional and you're not leading by example, why would I want to be in your city and I teach lead by example? You cannot gain power by doing whatever you want to do. It doesn't work that way. You lead by example. You want to create leaders, not followers. How many times do I have to stress that? And New York is one of my states that I cover as well. But I don't want to live there because they don't lead by example. They want control. I was in a car because of a man that got mad because I did not want to sleep with him, meaning give up my body. So he decided to lie and tell the police I had a knife. And they arrested me on it. And then put me in a vehicle with an officer that didn't give two shits about my life. Driving 80 on an FDR in the rain. Was it the FDR? No, I'm sorry, it wasn't FDR because we was in Queens. But it seemed like the dude was just moving so fast in his car in the rain. Scared me. I had to speak up for my life. I said, this may be one of these days that the police officer beat me. I don't give a damn, but I'm going to speak up for my life. We have to get order. Okay? This is why, one of the reasons why they want to go to war. It's not all about the money. Everybody's doing whatever they want to do. They scamming, they cheating. It doesn't matter. We have to have order in our country. In order for a country to run properly, there has to be rules. There has to be order. You know I'm going to put God in this. God has order just as well. So it's not something that y'all shouldn't be used to. If you're a true believer in God, you understand order and discipline. They took religions out of the schools. Why? Because there were so many different religions. They didn't want to disturb other religions with what could be a Christian, say, school. Or a school that mainly most people are Christians. Most people. So they don't want to disturb a Muslim or disturb a Buddhist because most people are Christian. I get it. But the Muslims and all the rest of them are going to have to step to the side because Religion needs to go back into the school because these kids are not getting it at home. And they need to learn the rules. Certain rules apply to life. Just like when we get up in the morning, first thing we do is pray. We can do it silently or we can do it outside, out in the open. Then what we do? We go to the bathroom and pee. Brush our teeth. Rules. Discipline. Learn these things every day. Repetitively. Is what brings order. This is why they want to go to war. Because nobody's in order. I live a life where, and this is just me, and it's a bunch of us. I'm working so much, I can't even clean. It's spring. I need to do my spring cleaning. I need to wash my windows. I can't do it because I got to go chase the dollar. This is where the money part of it comes in at. This is why we must go to war. We need law and order. I've posted it 1,000,001 times. My son said it in his song. This is just what it has to be. People can't just do what they want to do. Companies can't just do what they want to do. People with certifications can't just do what they want to do. And we have to just take it. No. This is my life. That's your life. And you don't have to take whatever they want to do to you. But it's not just happening to you and I. It's happening to everybody. Just like the other day. I'm at the car dealership. I took an Uber. He was running me back and forth because he needed paperwork, which I asked them what paperwork they needed from the beginning. So now I'm taking $30 Ubers back and forth home. Okay? So he said, I'm going to reimburse you. So I'm waiting on my monies. He tells me he's going to send me a check. I didn't give you no money in a check. You didn't promise me no money in a check. I didn't give the Uber people money in a check. Why is it I got to wait on a damn check? Do you see? And that's just one example. How do you know I had the money to just give up? Don't count my pockets. You don't know what bills I have. I'm a single parent. I don't get welfare. I don't get food stamps. Food is at an all-time high. I have a child to feed. But you want me to spend $120 in Uber rides when I got a full tank of gas in my putt-putt. And I could have ran up and down the road in my putt-putt until you were satisfied to give me the car off the lot. The disrespect. This is why we need order. Because people don't even think what they can be doing to someone else's life. No matter how much you help me, you still hurt me. It don't matter if you're helping me, if you're going to hurt me. You're supposed to be helping me to make life easier. Take away the pain. No, you not create more of it. And this is what this country is used to. They're constantly creating pain. This is why we have to go to war. So y'all can get it. There must be order. You can't just do what you want to do to people's lives. We are human beings. We breathe. We bleed. But then you're quick to say when a person goes, well, they gave it a title, postal, or whoop someone's tail, that they're crazy. When they were pushed to protect themselves. COVID didn't bring y'all to a medium. Because y'all still don't care. This is why our country is about to go to war. If y'all didn't understand it, now y'all do. It's too many people doing too much wrong for no reason. Because these are the things that they were taught. Or they just don't care. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. And I've been on this earth for a few decades. Been paying taxes for many, many, many years. Unworked like 35 years already. If not more. And what I see today is not the America I grew up in. So when they say, oh, we need to go to war, I agree 100%. Do y'all, I'm ready. Just not today. I got to go pick up some shrimps and some Red Bulls. And then I'll be ready. Y'all can do what y'all want to do on the outside there. And I'll sit in here and mind my little business until y'all say the coast is clear. And these people get it. They don't understand what they've done to their economy. They don't understand what they're doing to their children. They don't understand what they're doing to people's lives. The disrespect is unreal. And all they want is power and control. You cannot have power and control if you're doing wrong. Sacrifice. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about people sacrificing for others to keep peace. But they don't know once a person has sacrificed themselves for you and you don't officially appreciate it, that's where karma sets in and comes back to you triple fold. And you're wondering why. Why is this not going right? Why is that not going right? Why did I miss this? Why did I miss that? Because it was destined to come back to you negatively. Because you put it out there negatively. No one has the right to control anyone but God. And until y'all get that and understand that, y'all ain't gods. Y'all might be kings, but you're not a god. We are godly. What you may call a god on earth. Because you live your life righteously. But you don't get the right to determine someone else's life. It's wrong. And see, God had to sit me down. He needed me to understand and see from his point of view. I'll never forget And some of the kids could tell you. I was driving in a car with my grandson and a couple of other kids. And my grandson was aggravating me so bad. And I said to him, Jair, leave me alone before I run into one of these poles. And the other kids was like, leave her alone. That's how bad he stressed me out. To where I just wanted to stop it, to end it. And if I run into one of these poles, you're going to shut your damn mouth. I get it. But the kids has gotten to the point where they think scamming, mistreating is okay because this is what they see other people do. This is what they see the adults do. We have to lead by example. And this is for all the rappers out there that kept saying, oh, Jackie must be a fed. She don't smoke weed. She don't drink. I'm sorry to tell y'all, and I'm going to say it again, my people were addicts. My mother and my father both. I grew up in the lifestyle of an addict. I lost my brother to being raped by an addict. I was molested and abused by an addict. God didn't say I had to drink. God didn't say I had to smoke weed. He didn't say that I had to be an addict just like them either. I can have addictions with other things. But it didn't have to be with the same things that they were addicts with that made them mislead life. Because I'm not here to mislead life when it comes to my child. By law, she's my responsibility. And by God, she's my responsibility. Because I gave birth to her. From the moment that I pushed her out, I told God I will sacrifice for this child. We will get into that podcast another day. I have to go, but I just wanted to talk about this young child beating on his bus driver in our green zone. We're going to do things differently now, Charlotte. If they're not doing things right, we're going to tell the government on them. Tell the departments that are put in place to protect us. This is why we pay taxes. So these companies can run. See, the government don't give us a total breakdown of where all our money goes, but it goes to a lot of things, and I'm going to break that down in another podcast. This is why they take the taxes, and we are saying, they taking our money? I don't want my money taken. And where's my money going? I just explained that to some of the supervisors at my job. They got supervisor jobs and don't even know where their tax money go. See, you see how America is right now? You got supervisors in positions and they don't even know where their tax money go, but it's being taken from them. You see what type of world we're living in? How do you have a supervisor job and you don't even know where your tax money go? Make it make sense. And we'll speak about those things later. I love you guys. I hope y'all get a better, clear view of what's really going on out here in America. I'll talk to you soon.